Apparently I forgot how to vlog, okay? I just filmed for 20 minutes talking about the thing in my video and then decided I didn't like how much time I was spending talking about one thing. And so I'm starting over, okay? So hi, welcome to the video. Today we are talking finally about Harry Potter. I've been waiting literal months to make this video. I feel like right now this is the time in my life where I need to do it because I told myself after I finished reading the books I would make a video where I just sit down and talk about Harry Potter, okay? I had never seen Harry Potter until quarantine started last year. I know. I've come a long way. Last year, COVID hit. My family watched 52 movies in a row. On like night 5, my mom and my sister were like, let's watch Harry Potter. And me and my dad were like, no, we are not watching Harry Potter. I have no interest in that whatsoever. We obviously ended up watching them. One by one, I watched them with my family and I slowly fell in love because here we are. I'm wearing a very, very obscure Harry Potter merch t-shirt thing. So after we watched them, I'm gonna try to make this story as short as possible. After we watched the movies, I was like, yeah, those were so good. I loved them. Around September, October, I was like on the Harry Potter side of TikTok, like Draco Talk. I talked about that in a video back in like November, I think. It was like a huge thing on TikTok and everyone was getting into Harry Potter. And I was like, there's some like TikToks that I just don't get because I haven't read the books and like I don't remember some of this stuff. So maybe I want to read the books, but I'm like, no, I don't. But then I was like, yes, I do. With the exception of The Maze Runner. The Maze Runner is the only book that I ever was like truly obsessed with and in love with that I read all 3 books. I'm not a reader. I wasn't a reader. And so the fact that I like had a twinkling desire to read Harry Potter was like crazy because I'm like, oh, they're so long. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but I think I want to anyway. So then I texted my mom. I was still off at college at this point, and I texted my mom. I was like, hey, can you get me the first Harry Potter book for Christmas? And she's like, sure. So I go home for Christmas break. I was like, okay, Mom, I'm so bored. I just need to start reading. It was like the first week of December or something. She was like, okay, well, you can open it early, I guess. So it comes in the mail. Instead of wrapping it up and putting it on the Christmas tree, we just opened it and I started reading. It was a very short read. I was surprised because I never knew that the first like 2 or 3 books were so short. The first one's only 17 chapters, the second one's only 18. I read it like pretty slowly. I want to say like 10 days or something. I read Chamber of Secrets in 3. I literally would just sit on the couch all day, every day, reading Harry Potter during Christmas break. I had all these plans to like make vlogs and videos while I was like home for Christmas. And I only made, I think, like 2 videos over the whole month that I had for Christmas because I was dedicating all of my time reading Harry Potter. And I just didn't want to do anything else. So I read Chamber of Secrets in like 3 or 4 days, and then I read Prisoner of Azkaban in probably the same amount of time. But by that point, I was going back to college. I had bought all the books, the rest of them, at Target, except for the 7th one, I think. But I was done the first 3. So when I went back, I took Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince with me. And I left the other ones at home because I was done reading them. I got through Goblet of Fire and Order of the Phoenix really slowly. I read the first 3 all in the month of December. And then I read Goblet of Fire in January and February. But I was just getting back into my like college life and I was doing other things then. I couldn't just sit down and read all day. I started Order of the Phoenix. I think I read that a little bit faster than Goblet of Fire, but still not by much. I finished it in March because then I got mono, got sick, went home. And I took Order of the Phoenix and Goblet of Fire home with me and left them there because I was done. So then when I got back, I started reading Half-Blood Prince. And I flew through Half-Blood Prince. Compared to the other 2, I flew through them. I read it in, actually I think I read that one in about 3 weeks. So not super fast either, but I'm a slow reader and I don't really like usually dedicate a lot of my time to reading. So 3 weeks was like pretty good for me. And then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to Universal in June, so I need to finish Deathly Hallows in May. And I was all stressed about it because, like, the last 4 books are all really long. I came home and I read Deathly Hallows in 10 days. The thing is though, I read the last 10 chapters in one day. That's like basically all of Deathly Hallows Part 2 because it's not split right down the middle, the movies. It was a very emotional day for me because that's basically when everyone dies, and yeah, so I finished the books and I was like, wow, look at me go. I love myself for that. I'm so proud of myself for like reading all of these books, and I'm going to be rereading them as soon as possible, but for now I've just been like watching the movies a lot. They're by far the best books I've ever read. I think the fact that I'm not a reader and I wanted to just dedicate all of my time to reading them so bad, like that's all I wanted to do, and that's part of the reason why I was so bad at making videos for a few months there, is because all I wanted to do was read the books, and I didn't want to film, I didn't want to edit, I just wanted to read. So I'm the type of person that really can't help but to hyperfixate on anything that I like whatsoever. So like Taylor Swift, totally hyperfixated on her, okay? And you guys know that because I still do. By the way, I am filming this on the day that Taylor announced Red, Taylor's version. I hyperfixate on things so much, and so of course after reading Harry Potter and finding all of those tiny little details, it's just so freaking good and detailed that it's like hard not to become obsessed with it. So I did. I did become obsessed with it. Right when I finished the books, I posted this one TikTok on my regular account, like about Harry Potter, but I was a little tiny bit like embarrassed for like all of my friends to see me fangirling over Harry Potter, and I was like, I don't really want like, I kind of wish I could just like have an outlet where I just like make TikToks about Harry Potter that are like totally secret from everyone I know. So you guessed it, that's exactly what I did. I made a Harry Potter TikTok account. And you'll be like, Taya, if you wanted this to be a secret, why are you telling us this? Like that doesn't make sense. Like, if you want it to be a secret, keep it a secret. Well, I now have 10.7 thousand followers on it. So at first it was like, I like made it mostly for like a joke. It was mostly for me to just like be able to like make TikToks about what I wanted to be making them about without being embarrassed, and turns out a lot of people liked them. But the goal wasn't to get like lots of followers. I didn't really care about that. I'm just like, I just want to make TikToks and not be embarrassed, you know? So that's what I was doing. And then I posted one about the Marauders, which is James Potter, Sirius Black, Remus Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew, okay? And I posted a TikTok of me, literally it was just like a still video of me to the song Castaways, and just like a little thought that I had about the Marauders, and it got 15,000 views, 6,000 likes, and I was like, holy wait, that was not what I expected at all. And I thought that was like the peak. I thought that was the peak of my like TikTok career, you know? I was like, wow, 6,000 likes, that's a lot. I'm never gonna top that. And I legitimately thought that. I was like, oh, that'd be fun if I could like do that again, but I probably won't, you know, because on my other account I've had it for like almost 2 years now, and I have less than 200 followers. I posted like 6 or 7 more after that, and then I posted one because I think I had like 520 something followers at this point. So I posted a video, basically a joke video, of be like, oh, I just need like 14 new followers to get to 555, because that's lucky, it's an angel number. This one has 19.2 thousand likes, 60,000 views, and I remember I got to 555 like really fast, and I was like, whoa. Okay, maybe I should like try for 666. I kid you not, I got 1,000 new followers in like 3 hours. I was like, this is crazy. I just had 500 followers, now I have 1,300 followers. Like, I don't get it, what's happening? And just kept like going. Then by June 1st, I had 6,151 followers. Because I took screenshots. It was all because of that one video being like, hey, you should follow me, just because I want you to. And people did, and I was like, okay. And then my first one that actually kind of went pretty viral is this. Maybe I'll put it in the video. It's this. I made this TikTok.
Where to the drive-in a car? Destination drug dealers bar. Pass the mic right over to Charles. We forgot Charles. But we can't turn back because we've gone too far. We have to turn back, though. We can't leave him. It was a good rhyme, though.
Right now it has 96.4 thousand likes and 385,000 views. And I got like 400 new followers after posting that video, and I was like, holy, this is so crazy. And I was like, okay, that's probably the best I'll do. But then I started to kind of think anything was possible. So now I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep like posting. Then we went to Florida. I posted me retaking the sorting quiz because I was like, I'm not a Slytherin. I just answered because I knew I'd get Slytherin from those answers. I'm gonna answer truthfully and see what I get. So I retook it and I got Gryffindor, 20,000 likes, boom. And then I posted the infamous video with my dad, and I'll insert it in here too.
Who is that? That man? Who is that? Who is... That is Sirius Black, that is.
It now has 290,000 likes and 940.9 thousand views. We were not expecting that at all. It just like made me so happy to see people like thought it was funny or whatever, because I put like some words over it. And so I was like, oh, this is so awesome. I love this. And so I'm kind of a TikToker now, I guess. So all my Universal Studios videos did pretty well. Since then I haven't had anything like go pop off too crazy. That's basically the TikTok thing, and that's why I was like, I might as well just tell my YouTube about it, because it's not a secret anymore. If I have 10,700 people following me, any one of you could see that on your TikTok For You page. So it's like, whatever, I don't care. I'm making Harry Potter TikToks. It's not embarrassing. I like it. Like, you should be able to like things without being scared that other people are gonna make fun of you for liking it. So yeah, why not? I'm a Harry Potter TikToker because I like making TikToks and I like Harry Potter. Boom, there it is. I will not be telling you my username. That's it for that. I am now going to talk about Harry Potter. I'll just give you a rundown. I'm definitely gonna make another video, but for now, I'm just gonna cover the basics. My favorite books were Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows. I literally could not put them down. I think Deathly Hallows is kind of underrated because everyone's like, oh, Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire and Half-Blood Prince, those are like the best. But Deathly Hallows is so underrated. I literally could not put it down, and the same goes for like Prisoner of Azkaban. I really loved that. But Half-Blood Prince also was like surprisingly super good, and there was a lot more to it than what goes on in the movies. So this is also what I'm gonna say. My favorite movies were Prisoner of Azkaban, Order of the Phoenix, and Half-Blood Prince. Then here are the best movie adaptations: Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban. From there, they kind of like got a little bit further from the books, but they were still very good compared to other franchises. The worst movie adaptations were Goblet of Fire, and probably people are gonna hate me for this, but Half-Blood Prince. I'm not saying it's the worst movie. In my opinion, they should have made it a lot darker, and it just would have been so much more enticing and captivating if they would have been talking about the Horcruxes more. They kind of made it like all about the romance and the love, which really wasn't a huge part of the book. They just did Ginny and Harry's love story so dirty. It was so good in the book. They gave Harry and Ginny's first kiss to Ron and Lavender. That makes me so mad. It was just such a good moment in the book. I was like, ah! Order of the Phoenix was a pretty good adaptation. I almost would say I liked the movie better than the book, but I did not like that they added some things in the movie that weren't in the books. I'm okay with like changing some things, like the order of events or something, or like taking out some things to make the story flow better on screen, but I am not okay with adding random things into the movies that weren't even in the books. That's why I hated the Maze Runner movies so much. The Harry Potter movies rarely did that. In Order of the Phoenix, for some reason, they scripted that whole scene where like Greyback shows up at the burrow and the burrow burns down, like the Weasley's house burns down. That does not happen. That doesn't happen in the books. And so I was like, why would you add something so significant? It kind of just threw everything off, and it totally was not necessary. Besides a few things, I really loved all of the movies. Like, I just love them. They could have written some characters better. Like, I think they should have written Ginny and Ron and Neville. I think they should have written all of those characters better and more true to the books. Anyway, I feel like I just used this video to talk about my TikTok. But I just really wanted to make a video about Harry Potter. I feel like right now it's such a huge thing in my life. But for now, I just want to say Harry Potter is the love of my life. Not the character, the books are the love of my life. I will never love something as much as Harry Potter. I'm being dramatic, but that's how I am. I just get very easily excited about things. I'm gonna come back and make a part 2. But for now, I just wanted to make an overview of how I felt about the books and where I am now because of them. I really don't want to end the video. I feel like I didn't really talk about what I wanted to talk about. I'm also gonna reread the books. Maybe? Okay. I decided just barely this is what I'm gonna do, and you can hold me accountable for this because I'm not gonna edit this out, but I'm going to reread the books one at a time and make a video about each of the books because that's what I want to do. Even if you don't want that, I don't make YouTube videos for you. I make YouTube videos for me, and it just is a nice little thing on the side that you guys enjoy them. So I'm gonna do that, and maybe I'll just actually annotate them. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna do this. This is a great idea. Okay, but for now, I love Harry Potter. It was the best decision I ever made to watch and read them. I am thankful for all of my TikTok followers. They make me feel loved because I can just talk about whatever I want with them and they love it too. I'm thankful for you guys for watching this video, and I'm in love with Harry's dad. That's all I've got to say. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week. Like and subscribe. Goodbye!